Onward with the door cards and door handles. OEM handles that I'd like to reuse. However, they've got these holes, these nubs, these ridge lines here that are very unsightly, and I need to get rid of those. I'm going to probably keep this so I can backlight, cut a hole here so we get some illumination against the door panel. Got to shave these guys down. A very interesting fitment. It sticks out quite a bit. I'd like it to be a little more low profile, so we'll start by taking down these posts, taking off these ridge lines, and shaving these holes that I have. All right, holes are plugged on the top and the ridge lines are gone. Looks a little rough, but the sanding will take care of that. Now onto the lower section. We're gonna cut this guy. We'll use it to maybe plug this hole, and then we're gonna start chopping away at this so I can get that lower profile. Got my post cut off, and now I'm just wrapping up, shaving those little holes. Got my cut line here. Got my edge cut off. Take out about 3/4 inch, taking it to here. Got all my material cut out on the handle side. Next, I cut out a little wedge on my top because I'm gonna have to change the angle here. Now that I have all my cuts made, time to bolt it up, make sure everything's gonna fit, tack weld it into place. So we set up the tripod and we tack weld it into place. One on the top and a little on the bottom. We're gonna weld the whole thing. We're gonna come back up here, take the door panel off, fill our gap where maybe we took too much material, or take more material off. Right now, it looks like it's sitting pretty good. I'm using bits that I previously cut off to reinforce and fill any of those gaps. We've got everything married together. I'll get this back into position and we will address this guy, bending it at the right angle here, and then welding that into place. Door card removal time. Boom. Now we got the pull handle in place. Anytime I'm doing fabrication work, if I can and I have the access to bolt things up to get it so that these holes line up perfectly before I weld, I'm gonna take that opportunity versus just trusting measurements. Fitment check is the best way to go about it if you want things to turn out the way you want them to be. So now we tack weld. Now we're gonna clean this guy up. Closing up the gap, cut a little too much off, but that's why I save all my material. Same material, it's gonna have just as strong of a bond. Not concerned about looks at this point right now. I am just trying to push molten plastic into the crevices. My gap is now filled. Now it is just time to work on the aesthetics. I have all my aesthetics done, meaning I am trying to make this as cylindrical as possible to reduce any additional sanding that I have to do. The more I can do on this end by manipulating with heat, the less I have to do with the sander. One side done. Just taking down the high spots. Number 2 done. Time to get on to some finger sanding real quick. All right, a few minutes of finger sanding and we are done with this guy. Fit check time, and then after that, we'll just leave it till springtime and then we'll start painting stuff. We're on. A lot more low profile. Exactly what I needed. And yes, those plastic welds are just as strong as the OEM. Cool, that was about 20 minutes worth of work and we got the front passenger door done. So now we need to get to the rears. And the front driver with the window switches is going to be a little different, probably fabricate something completely different. So we'll get to that one last.